Hi there, this is Tammy with Tammy's Stamping Therapy, and today I'm coming on with card number 1 from my April card class cards. This card is made with the Under My Umbrella stamp set. It has a matching umbrella builder punch, and then I've used the Parisian Flourish embossing folder. That's what this is on the background here. I've used my stitch shape framelits and then my square dies. And I've also used the rectangle dies for this. This piece and this piece are fussy cut. You have to cut out those by hand. And then I'll show you the inside. So let's get started. I'll show you how to make this card. Here's my little packet of goodies. I have already done my envelope. This is what I did to the envelope. I stamped the little flowers and colored them with my markers and then put "No matter the weather, we're friends forever." So I'll set that aside. The first place I usually start is by putting on the pieces that don't involve any stamping. This should be Whisper White thick cardstock, however I ran out. I thought I ordered 2 thick and 1 regular, and it was the opposite, so I've run out of the thick. And I used to use this regular all the time before we had the thick cardstock, and layering it up, it still works good for a card base. So this will still be a sturdy card. So the first thing I'm going to do is add this. Isn't this beautiful? I love this embossing folder. I think it is so pretty. I'm just going to add this to the front of my card. Just with my Tombow glue. Just right there, the card is beautiful, just as it is. Let's see what else I need to do now. I think I'm going to do the inside first. So this is my inside piece. Get that out of the way. And on the inside, I have the little flowers and I have the little boots. So I had stamped the little boots, and then they don't have a die, so I fussy cut them, and I'll show you on the ones for the outside how I did that. So to decide where I'm going to put my flowers, because you can see it looks like the flowers are kind of coming out of the little boots, I'm going to set my little boots there. Find my here's my flowers. And ink up my flowers, and then I know that I want it kind of like that. So I'll put that right there. I'm using my Memento Tuxedo black ink pad. The markers I'm using are Lovely Lipstick, Old Olive, and Crushed Curry. So I will start with the Lovely Lipstick. I'm going to color in that little dot. Color in this part. Color over here. These are our Stampin' Right markers. They're not blends, they're just they're not alcohol markers. We call them Stampin' Right markers. So they're just a basic marker. It's the same ink that's in our ink pads. So there is a marker that matches every ink pad. You can use these to color on your stamps before you stamp, or you can use them to color your projects. And this image is tiny enough, and just the style of it, it doesn't really need shading, so I didn't use my Stampin' Blends. I just wanted to use these markers because they're quick and easy. And now I'm going to add this to my Lovely Lipstick. That's for the inside of the card. And then I will put it inside the card, wherever the card may be. And then I'm going to take my little boots and just set it right there. So it kind of looks like the flowers are peeking out, if you can see that. And the inside is all done. Now for the outside, I have this die cut. I used my stitched shapes framelits, called Stitch Shapes framelits. I want to put my little raindrops on here. If you can see those in the background. I'm using Smoky Slate ink, and the little raindrop stamp, sorry I bumped the camera, only has a few on it, so I have to do multiple stamping, and I'm just gonna go like this. Kind of a random stamping thing. And I should have put paper underneath. I just stamped on my pad. Well, that's okay. It's just foam. No big deal. There is my raindrops stamped. The clicking you hear in the background is my little dog. He just was outside and now he's coming over here to see what I'm doing. He really needs his toenails cut. He's checking on the floor under my desk to be sure I haven't dropped any food lately. He considers himself drop duty and floor cleanup, so that's what he's working on down there. Okay, now I'm going to add this to the card, and I'm going to use my Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm at the end, so I've gone around and just cut them. These dimensionals, I thought I cut them, I guess I didn't. These dimensionals have this edge that goes all the way around, and I want to use every last piece, so I cut them and use it all. One in the middle for stability. Oops, gotta get my raindrops right. I don't want them going upside down. So I'm centering this in the top part of the card so I hopefully have an even border on 3 sides. And then I've already stamped the umbrella on here. This is a scrap piece of designer paper. It's the Best Dressed designer paper, and I'm going to punch it out with using the umbrella builder punch. And I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of it. I'll use my small ones to put 3 on here. I have a love-hate relationship with dimensionals, which I've probably said on other videos. Sometimes the little doodads are difficult to get off, sometimes they're not, but then they stick to everything. Stick my umbrella on there. And I have not yet punched out the handle, so I just have a strip of the lovely lipstick cardstock, and I'm just going to stick it in the part, mostly in the part that I want. There's a little bit of overhang, but so I have this little tiny handle for this umbrella. Can you see that? And I'm going to put a little tiny bit of glue just on the top because I don't need it to be attached all the way down. And then I'm going to stick it under here like that. Use my snips to stick them under there and be sure it's stuck down. And then for the bow, I have this ribbon. It's Daffodil Delight, and it is called ruched ribbon. It's 1/4 inch wide, and I'm going to tie a little bow. I like the color of this. I'm not really a fan of the ruched ribbon. It looks to me like it needs to be ironed, but the color matches what I want, so I'm using it anyway. And then I will put this on with a glue dot. I can find the end of this. This is a leftover roll of glue dots that the inside cardboard thing fell off, so put that right there. I'll trim this a little bit more. So there we have that part. Let's see, then I'm going to stamp my words on this is from the Stitched Rectangles framelits, and I thought I had all of my, oh, here they are. Let's say I thought I had them all here. These are the Stitched Rectangles, and they have, this is good for a card front, the biggest one, so they have these you can layer down. These are more long rectangles, and then this one is just kind of an odd man out that works for a lot of things. I love these. I use them a lot. Here's my sentiment, and one thing that I really like about the photopolymer stamps is that I can go ahead and do my die cutting and then stamp on it. So you'll see, hopefully you'll see, and my head won't be in the way. That's pretty good. Not perfect. Usually I have my head a lot more over what I'm stamping, so I think I'm done with that. So I'm going to put this on using dimensionals. You can see I make sure I use every single piece, so mine are always all cut up. Till I get to the end and have a blank piece I can throw away. And look at that, that rubbed off on the back of there. A little bit on my card too. That's interesting. Future note, do not forget to put paper down. So I'll put this right here. Hopefully you can see that. And here I'm going to show you how easy it is to cut out these little boots. I stamped them on this paper, and they are so simple. With the amount of time it took me to cut them out, it would take that long to get out a die and my Big Shot and everything to do the cutting if they had a die. So stuff like this I'm happy to fussy cut because it's just so easy. There it is, my cute little boots. Can't see if, oh, there I'm in the camera. More dimensionals. That one's all used up. I'm going to take this one that's like this. Put my little boots right there. And then I have already, you watched me color the flowers for the inside, so I colored these the same way, and then I fussy cut them out. And I'm going to pop this up also. Looks like I just put one right there, except I took it off and now it's not sticky anymore. Let me try that again. One right there. There is my card. This one was fairly quick and easy. I mean, you didn't have to watch me do the embossing or I had already die cut this stuff ahead of time, but this was a quick and easy card to make, even with the coloring and the fussy cutting. So I hope you liked this. All the supplies I used will be listed in the description box below. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.